the rugby, Black Stallions were in South Africa on Friday. That was in Johannesburg, to be precise. They were in the country for the Rugby Sevens events. And not very good results to talk about. We're going to see Nigeria's performance in South Africa in a bit now, run through some of the results. They lost all their games, unfortunately.
Yeah,
there you go there.
It's mixed, actually, for me.
But before I get your thoughts, Shola, the first game against Zimbabwe, 24-21, very close game,
against defending champions.
So how have they gone from that to now losing to the same Zimbabwe 47-0? I'd like to know what could have happened there.
We're talking about a few injuries to some of the players.
Okay.
We're talking about fatigue and all of that, you know.
Right.
They arrived the day before.
They didn't get to South Africa on time.
Okay,
you know? And, of course, when they got there, they even still tried to play one warm-up match and everything. But it would have been nice if they had a little bit of support and they got to South Africa at least a week ahead or 2 weeks ahead. They would have acclimatized, they would have played a couple of warm-up matches and everything, you know. But these guys gave their all, you know.
Some of the other results quickly, Shola, 57-3 against Madagascar.
The one that I really can't wrap my head around.
Yeah,
I understand losing to Zimbabwe, you know, and all of that, but 53-7 to Madagascar, which means that we probably just got only one try and one conversion, and you know, or maybe.
But the other results were close, Zambia and Senegal.
Yeah, they were close, and you know, look, in all, I don't want people to lose sleep over this, you know. If you go check Zimbabwe a few years ago at this same tournament, you know, they were last. And of course, 4 or 5, a couple of years ago, they came on, they won and everything. Same with Kenya. Now, Kenya won this tournament.
Kenya won,
you know, and go check out, you know, we know they have very strong rugby pedigree and everything, but they all started somewhere. Nigeria has not really been in rugby the way it should. You know, a lot of people have just been playing rugby in the background and everything. But now the structures are in place, you know, the federation, they're not doing badly, you know. The previous federation and the current one, the previous guys didn't do badly, the guys there now. I know there's room for improvement, but they're not doing badly, you get. So this would just make us come back home now, you know, and take a critical look at what we have on ground. We have a South African coach, Branson, who is very, very good.
Okay.
The technical crew, the technical committee of the NRFF, the directors, they're good people, they're good rugby people, you get. So I think we need to come back home now and take a look at what we have on ground and how we can enhance it. Because Rugby Sevens is it's a different ball game entirely. But in all, I wish that the lads had gotten there on time and gotten proper preparation.
Okay.
That's always seems to be the problem in all sports. Anyways, let's listen to the coach of the team now, Bronson, where the South African is satisfied with the progress of the Black Stallions, the progress they've made in the last 4 years, and also sees a bright future for the team.
In the first match, we lost close. But because of our first match performance, we got into the top 8 of this competition. Our neighbours and everybody else is playing in the bottom 6, so I'm chuffed about that. In terms of the results, it's not looking too good, but it's a good learning for the boys. Looking at where we ended up in the 4 years from in the past and where we are now, I think this is much better performance to play in the top 8 positions. We need more tournaments. I mean, this is the first Sevens tournament I've coached the whole year, and we're almost at the end of this year. And I'm about to end of playing Madagascar in Madagascar. Then that will only be my 3rd test match. So that means that we need more rugby. You can't improve. You can't play one game, one Sevens tournament 1 year, and the next another tournament. We need at least 5 tournaments a year. The 1st of December we played Madagascar in Madagascar, a 15-man match, which is a qualifier for Africa 2020. So yeah, that's our focus at the moment.
Yes, it's all about the next. Well spoken, right? They're looking, you know, forward to playing Madagascar next month. That's for the Africa Rugby 2020. They've missed out on Olympics qualification, right? Minor setback. If they can put all those things you've talked about in place, structure, and build on the little success.
And get support.
Yeah,
because that must be
important.
Said. The coach, in one of his first interviews, talked about not just support, funding. That's what rugby needs. Yeah. The potential is there, but you need those 2 things.
The average Nigerian is built for rugby. You know, people have this misconception about size. Rugby is not only about size, it's about speed, technique, you know, technique, agility, and all of those things.
Yeah.
You know, so we actually have the raw materials here. I'm just hoping and praying that we see the potential in rugby and build the way we've built other sports, because not everybody is going to play football. Not everybody will play basketball.
All right.
So we need to take a lot of people off the streets and, put them
in those games where we have comparative advantage.
And Shola, before we leave rugby, I mean, you said you don't want people to lose sleep over this.
Yeah.
Trust me, people are losing sleep already. They're seeing the results on social media and they're going like, oh, this is not our thing. We should just leave it and stop embarrassing ourselves. That's what I got from social media.
I get that. I get that when people say that. People who say that are usually people who don't know the game. They don't understand the game
Just
of rugby.
the results.
You see the result and you're like, oh, this is not a thing.
This is not a thing.
But did you see how at the Rugby World Cup recently concluded in Japan, how England defeated the defending champions and went on to lose woefully to South Africa in the finals? And when you look at the scoreline, a regular English guy will go, oh, this is not a thing. Look at the gap that, that they beat England with. And that was the England team that beat the world champions, the All Blacks. So, like I said, fellow Nigerians, don't give up on us.
So, not all gloom and doom.
No, it's not.
As far as Shola is concerned.
It's a good one that we're even here. And we're finishing among the best in Africa. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. You see, it's going to rub off on our rankings and all of that too.
And they've got to be very, very patient as well. Because I remember the last time you were on the show, we asked you, when is Nigeria going to get to the level of playing at the World Cup? And you said 8 years. So
I said 8 years.
The fans are going to have to be very, very patient.
When I said 8 years, then, even some of the people in the game were not happy. They're like, what were you saying that? But at least the results now shows that I know what I'm saying when I said 8 years.
Okay.
But 8 years, if we come back home now and start
and get it right with the basics. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's it. We leave rugby now, but let's go from one tournament that serves as an Olympic qualifier to another tournament that starts as an Olympic qualifier. All too familiar story. Not a good start for Nigeria in Egypt. Shola Raiders, let's just go straight into it. You know the results, you know what happened, and not good for Nigeria. Maybe we'll say confirmation of the results, what happened in that group where Nigeria lost to Cote d'Ivoire and the other team. That's it right there on your screen. I don't like having calculators, but well, the fact that South Africa and Zambia played out a draw, I think it does help in a way, Shola.
On paper, when you see these kind of games, you know that we're always going to have a battle with Cote d'Ivoire based on pedigree and history and all of that. You get it. But South Africa and Zambia are games that I believe that we will win.
Okay.
You get.
So you agree with Imama if he says we're going to bounce back?
We will bounce back. These guys have so much on the line.
Yeah.
If we don't go to the Olympics, this is another generation that's going to miss out
of the opportunity.
There's another 4 years
cycle.
It's a long time.
I also want to stay positive on this one because it was just 1-0. It wasn't as if it was a walloping, and it
could have gone either way before that penalty.
Exactly. So let us get behind the team and let us just give them all the support they need at this time so that they can get the result. We can't miss out on the women's side
it would be
because it's really bad. So again, don't lose sleep over this one. We can defeat South Africa and Zambia.
Zambia
so right now, the good thing about it is that now they know that they are condemned to win their last two games.
Backs against the wall.
They have to win.
They got to win.
They can't even play safe now. Say, okay, let's get a draw here. No, they must win 2 games.
So now let's just forget about talks about qualification. Let's just get this campaign.
Let's get out of the group.
Back on track first.
Get back on track. 1 game at a time, 1 day at a time. Let's not get ahead of ourselves and say we're going to the Olympics or not. Just win the next game.
Get out of that group.
Win the
next game is against Chipolo Polo
of Zambia.
We'll see how that pans out. Wishing the team all the best in that one.
All right. So let's leave it at that. Let's come home and talk about the Nigeria Professional Football League. A lot of us are very happy that we've started now. So let's take a look at week 2 results. 2 away wins. Plateau United and Wiki Tourists give us something to smile about. Usually happens when the season starts. Towards the end, it gets tighter. Rivers United and Heartland played out a 1-1 draw, and that's why United lost to Wiki Tourists. You have Jigawa Golden Stars losing to Macabe's Plateau United.
Plateau United, wow, what a start.
What a good start for them. Katsina United played out a 1-1 draw with Eyimba. Eyimba went away to get a point. Lobi Stars dismantled Delta Force 4-0. You have Sunshine Stars and Warri Wolves playing out a 1-0 draw. MFM played out a 1-1 draw with FC Ifeanyi. They say they're satisfied. Okay, all right. Adamawa United and Rangers also played out a 1-1 draw. Shala, before we take some reactions from that game, I want your thoughts on this. 8 matches played. The teams in Akwa Ibom didn't play. Some of the games shifted. But your reaction to the results?
It's good. Last week, we had 1 away victory. This week, 2.
Yeah.
So, we're doing something right with officiating.
All right.
Or should I say they are doing something right with officiating.
Okay.
You get, which is good. And that's one of the biggest issues we have. If referees are allowed to do their job without any coercion or pressure,
intimidation,
then the players will play. You know, no more technical. You know, let's play football the way it should be played. So I'm so impressed with the results. Look at all the draws. That's a huge one for the teams who went away to pick the points.
5
on the
draws.
road.
5 draws.
5 draws.
Oh.
It's a big deal right there.
Big
You know,
deal.
about 16
You're
goals
right.
were scored and 2 away victories. You know, and Mekava, you know, when he said it last week.
First match, right?
You know,
The bit lobby,
it was already
3-1.
talking now to go to the top and everything.
Yeah,
And that's what he's doing now.
It's still early doors, though.
You know, it's early,
6
but
points.
hey, it looks like we need to take a closer look at that man. Like, this man is onto something, you
It's
know.
onto something.
and it's strange. Only Lobby Stars won at home.
Yep. And it was huge.
Absolutely battered
So-
Delta Stars
So
by 4
good
goals to
result,
nil.
good result all round. MFM almost lost it. I'm glad that they were able to
They came back.
pull one back and everything, you know.
Okay.
So good results, and if we're going to score the MPFL this week, if it's a weekly thing, I'll say
Your ratings 1 out of
Let's
10.
start doing
I'll say it's a 7 this week.
Oh, that's good.
Ten.
Yeah,
That's
good.
that's cool. We're going to rate MPFL every match day.
Yeah.
Fantastic,
Yeah,
Shola.
you know.
Thank you.
Pictures you have from the soccer temple, that's the Agege Stadium, MFM and FC Ifeanyi slugging it out, and both sides seems to be happy with the draw.
Look, when you play good football and you don't have any other thing
Any
affecting
cost
the
too.
game, you get
You accept the
you
result.
accept the results. You know.
Just saw the equalizer from MFM, and that's how that match ended.
If
eventually.
Ifeanyi can't seem to get victory here at Agege, you know, every time they play MFM, it's been difficult for them to.
Yeah, but I mean, away from
But
home,
now
not
getting
bad.
a point,
It's
Not bad at all.
huge. It's huge. All right.
Let's-
Let's
yeah.
listen to both managers, their immediate reaction after this game, and we'll come back for more sports this morning.
You know, with the level of officiating, you could get points anywhere, you could draw anywhere. So it's a good game for us. If the officiating continues this way, that means the league is developing. The team develops every game. We see 1 or 2 lapses, we make corrections, and we believe before the week 4, week 5, we're there.
Yeah, I need to keep on try to make my team maintain our position and keep up. And we need to maintain our champion, because my plan for this season for my team is to make my team to achieve our aims, to make sure nobody will think bad about us, because we need to keep on try. Because of so many players left, doesn't mean that we can't bring out our best. We need to try more and make sure our team remain in top. Yeah, I'm very, very sad about the match today, because this is our first home match this season. But we need to keep on try and make sure our next home match, we need to win. Now, must-win game for us.
Because at least by picking a point away, we'll not just go back and relax. We're going to work harder for us to get there. You know, most of the boys are young players. You can see, even as of last season, we have a bunch of young players from nowhere. Even this season again, some of them left. You'll see recruited from open screening. Because one thing in football is that we believe that football now is meant for the youths. We only add them little experience. But if you watch the boys, because they are youthful, you can see there are a lot of energy in them.
It's a very vital point for the team, and it's good for us and it's good for the fans. So we work hard and we deserve a point. A very good team, honestly, a very good team. You see, they got an away point away from home, so they came to their home ground to give their very best. But due to the team we have, due to the consistency, the hard work, we prepare for the game, so we deserve a draw. Yes, we have a good technical team, technical crew. So we are disciplined players. We have a game plan before coming down to Lagos to play against MFM, which is a good side. And we did our very best due to tactical preparation we have. So we give our very best. Our next match is a very tough game. We are playing against Rivers United. They are a good side and an experienced side. But our home ground this season is a fortress for any team that is coming to our home.
All right. Shall you listen to the reactions? We have a couple of seconds to go on break, and seem to be quite impressed with the visiting manager, his coach.
Yes, and of course, it looks like me and him are talked off air, and you know, if you play well, everything is done properly. No invasion of the pitch by fans, no security threats, no intimidation to the referees and the match officials. This is what you get. You know, everybody is happy, and this is what we want for the NPFL.
All right. Okay, so I guess we just leave it at that for now, and hope that anytime we come here, we'll be talking about things like this, all the good stories from the Nigerian Professional Football League. We need to go on a break now. When we return, we'll talk about the game that got everybody talking in England, talking about Liverpool and Manchester City. We'll go on this break and we'll be back for more Sports This Morning.